Hello, everyone. Oh, God, I slipped. How's it going? Welcome back. It is Monday. Hope you guys all had a fantastic weekend. Let me get back on my desk. Whoa. Super zoomed in. What up? Oh, that's not right. That's right, though. Hiya. Woo! It is. I don't know if you guys know this. It is freaking toasty outside. I went outside to grab lunch, and it's hot. It's freaking hot outside. What's the deal with that? I don't like it very much. Not a huge fan of how stinking hot it is. Get this chat fixed. Okay, let's see here. Who we got? We got Phoenix in the chat. We got Paint Liquor, Rancid Vomit, Creepy, Mike, Retro, Mike again, Arctic Mini. What's up? Well, you did move to a desert, Baby J. That is accurate. Where's our loyalty copies of the games? And the plaid paint and get to watch a bit of stream before work? Heck yeah. Big Papa SC, what's up? How's it going? I hope y'all had a fantastic weekend, because I certainly did. Ask Jason how his nap was later when you see him. Hopefully he's not napping right now. Did he take a nap today? I didn't hear about this. I did not hear about this. I'm trying to pull up some reference for the 2/12th. There we go. Yeah. Got it. When are the two new signature series going live? Early August is the plan. Early August. Very excited. I don't know about you, Scorpion, but I am very excited. Sounds like you are as well, which is awesome. Oh, that's some good fun. Perfecto mundo. Alrighty. Let's get all of our paint going. We got this guy. Now you might have remembered that I'm prepping these guys up for our magic It's Not oil wash, which we're going to be showing off a little bit tomorrow. For those of you who are going to be here for our fancy schmancy stream tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. Star Wars. Jeez. Yeah, tomorrow. We're streaming tomorrow.
No way.
Yeah, we have a super duper secret stream tomorrow.
Don't tell them. That's how that works.
To be fair, Creepy, it was kind of my idea.
That's not how that works.
What?
If you tell them, it's no longer a secret.
Well, we already told the world.
I blame you. Yeah.
I didn't post
Hi!
it. I wasn't the one who clicked post.
Hi!
I can't be blamed.
It's a secret for anybody outside the
Correct.
world. Look at this. Look at this beautiful. I didn't put a hat on it today so you could get it in all its glory. I actually didn't put a hat on it because I have an appointment at 5 o'clock to get it cut.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So.
I bet that will feel nice.
Yes.
I'm in need of a haircut here soon.
It will not be this way tomorrow. So
For the fancy schmancy stream?
collect it all in. Breathe it all in. Well, don't breathe it in.
Yeah.
And don't eat the paint.
I
Did you
do.
see the ridiculous response to the don't eat the paint? You probably haven't had it.
No, I've been
you went to
on
lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Did we post that thing that we were looking at?
Yeah, it's so hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. Drink the paint, got it. Paint Liquor. I know your name is Paint Liquor, but don't lick or eat the paint. That's not what we want you to do.
Don't eat the paint, you hoodlum.
Whew. Weird. This heat is hitting different for me today. I don't know why.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
Last night I was out like with the dog. I came in, I was like, why does it feel like a freaking hairdryer when it's dark outside?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this plus 100 something is. Rance is like, that was just fake news. So that's our new ad campaign, and I wanted to give it a try because we're sitting around talking about slogans here, and we're like, we don't like slogans much. So how can we come up with funny slogans that we could do, like, you know, crazy ones all the time? And I put "Don't eat the paint" just off the whim, and Jordan liked it. I really liked it, so I made the graphic, and I threw the graphic up as our banner for Facebook, and it already has more. Like, it's got, like, I don't know, 30 some odd comments, and everybody's being snarky, and I'm snarking right back, and so it's being pretty fun.
I mean, that is money.
So I gave it to the ad company, so it should be an ad running by the end of the week. So
That's awesome.
we'll get the rest of the world snarking out at us.
We are a snarky company, full of snarky people.
That's all it says. Don't eat the paint.
Don't eat the paint.
Bold pyro red, don't eat the paint. That's all.
No context, no background story, just don't eat the paint.
If you just tell yourself it's cool out, you won't be hot.
That's not how that works.
What he said.
Yeah. I know this because I just did it when I drove to Safeway.
Yeah, what he said. Oh, it's fine. It's not fine.
Yeah.
It burns.
I literally walked out to my car and I was like, I've been living here for a while now, and I've been living in this kind of heat for like a couple of weeks.
No, you haven't.
It feels hotter than it does normally.
No, you haven't.
For a couple of weeks, yeah.
No. It was only tail end of last week and this week that have hit these numbers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
You're just now, for the first time since being here, seeing the real deal.
No.
This is like the teens for multiple days in a row.
Yeah.
This is where it doesn't cool down at night.
Yeah.
It's hard to cool down from the inferno that concrete causes during the day.
We live in the middle of a city, which
holy balls,
turns out,
man.
Lots of concrete.
I hate it. I hate it. I woke up this morning and you go and you take your shower and you get out of the shower and you immediately start sweating again. You're like, yeah, this is not good.
Yeah.
This is not good.
This is like the first time that in this
Eric's
area.
like, you won't get used to it. You don't get used to this part. I've been here for however long it is. 9 years. 9 years. I came here on April Fool's Day, 2014. Joke's on me, you're not leaving.
You know what's really funny though? This is what our entire summers are like in Washington.
What's that?
Just wet.
Well, it's humid there.
Yeah, right. So this is like, this is
I grew
more
up
of
in
what I'm
Texas
familiar
where
with.
even if it was only like 90 something, the humidity made it feel worse than this.
Yeah.
Here, it's just balls hot.
Yeah.
But you go inside and you get some air on you, you're fine.
Yeah.
Because you're fine.
The
It's not
difference
like
is-
you feel like you got to take a shower every 10 minutes like if you go to Houston.
Yeah, but imagine not having AC.
There's no security from the sun.
Because that
There is. You take a parasol. It's a thing. You need
I've been loading up on sunscreen. Been doing me wonders. I don't feel like I'm dying every time I go out in the sun.
I think I can count on one hand the amount of times I've used sunscreen in my life.
Really?
Well, that's not true. Because if I go to the beach or something, which doesn't happen very often, but if I do, my white ass puts sunscreen all over my tattoos because I'm not trying to burn my tattoos off. But
yeah.
Lion says, hey, I'm in Houston, and yeah, the humidity's horrible there. You can't lie to me. I was born in Texas. I've been there,
sure.
done that.
Been there, done that.
Got the T-shirt.
You stopped. You collected your $200. You passed go. You did the whole nine.
Got the whole nine. You got it.
So
Yassa.
I have a super secret project that I'm not going to tell you all about until tomorrow.
What?
Yeah. I'll give you a hint. I have picked my 40K army.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's not super secret to everybody. I know what it is.
Well, yes. Yeah. I will tell you that it is the 40K army, and I'm going to work on it tomorrow.
You're glad your car has remote start?
Yeah.
I was sitting at the grocery store. I think it was yesterday, maybe. We had to go get bottled water because the guy was coming to mow our lawn. We'd give him water. And we didn't have bottled water at the house, nor have we found all of our glasses yet from the move. So,
Oh, no.
So we stopped and got some bottled water, and Jen ran in. And so myself and the dog were out in the car and had the windows down. And I'm paying close attention to, like, if people come to walk into the cars next to us so I can roll the window up so the dog doesn't, like, freak them out.
Yeah.
Right? I got my hand on the trigger, the window triggers. Dog's looking out the window. you know, and the car next to us just starts, and both of us go,
What?
Like there's nobody in the car, and the dog's looking. Then I'm looking. I look at the dog, and the dog's looking at me. We both look at the car. So it's like the auto start thing.
That's funny. In Alabama, heat and humidity is much akin to being rolled in a wet carpet that is currently in flames.
Yep. Somehow that nails it. It is a wet carpet that's on fire. You didn't think it was possible. Oh, it's possible. I gotta figure out what I want to do with these swords.
With the swords? You gonna paint them like color?
Well, yeah, because
like
they're
power
just
sword
the
color?
blades. They're not in scabbards because the little power
Right.
anode is on there. So the blades are just open.
Well, they'd probably be turned off, I would imagine. Otherwise, they'd like rip through those straps.
Yeah.
Unless
I gotta
they got
paint
something
I gotta paint
fancy.
the straps in gold, but I didn't want to do that before painting the blade.
But yeah,
When in doubt, start with dark blue.
I am very excited about my project for tomorrow. I have lots of stuff to build tonight. Last night. But it'll be fun. I am excited for the tomorrow stream.
I was going to work on introducing the new stream overlay look that we're going to be doing as part of the
tomorrow.
brand identity updating that we're doing around the office here for the company. But we don't have all the assets from the creative team yet. So I was like, I contacted Gabe. I go, Gabe, sorry to bug you on your vacation. Gabe's not in. Sorry to bug you on vacation, but can you tell me which folder on the drive these assets are in? And he goes, they didn't give them to us yet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? It's a good thing that because yesterday I had planned to come in and work on all that. I didn't do it because I'm lazy. I took a lazy day.
Good.
I took a lazy day and stayed home, played video games, did some laundry, acted like a real human being for once instead of coming into the office. Jen was like this morning, she's like, oh, you didn't check your emails? I was like, no, I always come into the office on the weekend and do that. But I didn't come into the office, so I hadn't checked my emails before this morning. I was way behind. It was one of those good, bad feelings.
What's up, Source?
Baby J keeping secrets.
Yep.
What he
Keeping them
does.
secret, and I'm keeping them safe.
What he does. Can't get anything out of this guy.
Yep.
Unless you tickle him.
Don't do that. We don't need to do that. Why do we need to do that? Why is that the solution you've come up with?
Well, it worked well last time. I mean, other than having the cleanup.
Let's not talk about the cleanup. Let's not talk about that. That was supposed to be between us.
That was supposed to be between, hey, what happens in HQ does not stay in HQ.
That should...
Well, technically it does, because we're still in HQ. I am not talking outside of HQ. So technically following the rules.
I'd like to talk to your supervisor.
Luckily, I don't have one of those. I do, but usually when you ask her something, she's like, I can't stop it.
That is the most accurate thing you've said today.
She's like, I can't
Can't help you there.
Can't help you there.
No. Much as I'd like to, can't help you.
Not much I can do for you there.
Well, did you at least have fun on your quiet Sunday in?
Yeah. And, you know, I pet the dog till the dog became annoying, which
Yep.
didn't take very long.
Yep,
She woke us up at like 6:30.
Oh my gosh.
I think we stayed in bed till like 7:30. That was like
Dog.
both days. I might have even been up earlier than that on Saturday. We got up, took her for a ride. Both days. She likes the car. We had a big time there. Come home, and she just wants to like belly flop on me and keep her face pressed into me every waking moment if I'm at home. She literally does. She puts her face like this. Here's her head, and she sits. She gets on the couch and throws her back up onto the back of the couch like she's a human with her legs out in front of her sitting, and then she goes bonk, and literally her head is like this with her nose like this. And I look over, and she's looking at me with those dog eyes. She's got them turned as far to the side as they will. She won't move her head to look at you. She just looks at you by rotating her eyes. There's a lot of dog whites, like whites of her eyes, and she's like staring, drilling into me. And so I'm like, hi. And she's like 65 pounds of this is my spot. And so I just rub her belly. But she gets to a point where it's really annoying because she won't stay still. For Jen, she stays still. For me, she doesn't stay still. She's constantly in motion. Drives me bananas.
Banana dog. Banana dog.
Then I got up. Steam summer sales going on.
Ooh. Cool.
So it notified me, as it does, that some of the games on my wish list were on sale.
Ooh. Which ones are those?
God of War.
Oh.
Which you had told me was worth my trying.
Yeah, that still remains true.
So I picked up God of War.
Nice.
What else did I pick up? A bunch of small indie games that I wanted to give a shot, but I wasn't really into $30 for an early access game that got so-so reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And then a bunch of other ones that I had just kind of, when you're going through your list, you kind of throw on there. You're like, maybe one day. I did all that. I got one of them's called like Horrid. It's like a 16-bit Dark Souls-ish
Okay.
kind of a thing.
That's cool.
It's been pretty fun so far. Horrid, the 7 avatars or something like that. I don't remember. You basically have to kill 7 big bosses of doom. One called The Shortest Path to Earth or something like that. It's like have you ever played FTL?
No, I have not actually.
You know it though, right?
I've heard of it, yeah.
It's like a top-down space builder.
Yeah.
Battler.
Mm-hmm.
You put your ship together and then go fight stuff.
Yep.
So it's like that. I think it's called Shortest Path to Earth or Shortest Flight to Earth or something like that. Very similar.
Okay.
You have to hire and train and place crew members to do work, and then you fly around hunting for the path back to Earth. Your warp drive malfunction, put you out in the middle of space, you got to fight back to Earth.
Okay.
So you have to go through all these different systems through the galaxy to get back.
That's cool.
And it's a roguelike, so it's permadeath.
Oh, nice.
Oh. Shortest Trip to Earth, Eric. There you go.
Very neat.
Phoenix, we did move 2 weeks ago. I think we're on week 3. This might be week 3 now. Your proxy American sitting here watching yesterday's NASCAR race source. Dogs are weird. They are. Lovely, lovely weirdos. C-Mac says, how do you make an octopus laugh, Jordan? With 10 tickles. He wanted to laugh, chat. He did. He smiled immediately. Source does. Don't eat paint.
Oh, man. Gosh darn it. Oh, I just came up with the best idea for tomorrow.
No more marbles in the drain. Yes.
I don't have time. Or maybe I do.
You don't have time to what?
I just came up with the most spectacular plan for tomorrow's stream, but I'm not sure that I have time.
You gonna share it with class, or are you just gonna hold it in?
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to get it done. Get a special cake made in the shape, and colors and labels of a Pro Acryl bottle.
Oh, that'd be awesome, huh?
Yeah.
It's our rebirthday, chat. July 4th, for those of you that do not know, is the Monument Hobbies rebirthday. Our actual birthday is like sometime in, I don't know. I guess it would depend, right? Like our company birthday is actually sometime in 2015 or 16. We never really thought about that back in the day. I don't know that we know our original launch date. Monument Hobbies, though, as a thing outside of Slow Fuse Gaming, was in 2018. And for those of you that have been along for that ride, you know that it was a wonderful start. And then we had to restart in July of 2020. So we did that. So we called July 4th our rebirth day. Because that's really, July 4th, 2020 is really what marks the beginning of our current incarnation with our abilities and manufacturing in Arizona and all of that. So, big things. Yeah, so we'll be streaming tomorrow on the holiday. Big J will be here, I'll be here, who knows who else will be here. Might have some other people come through.
I got fancy new project to start on that day.
Oh, you're gonna do your surprise project?
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah. I figured.
What color is that on the dark blue, guys?
On the dark blue, guys?
Huh?
There's no dark blue, guys.
There's a red guy.
There's a guy who's got white armor.
I'm confuzzled.
Dark blue, guys.
Omicron, what's going on? Oh, on the swords. It's just dark blue and then dark blue mixed with jade. I'm going into jades for the steel. And now I'm going to be going pale yellow, mixing in with that. Because I've used white blue right now on everything else. So I'm gonna go pale yellow into these jades and dark blues real quick. Stop messing around with that. Can't keep the blades a little bit darker since we have all this kind of bright metal going on. Play with a darker scheme here. See how we like it?
This is such a nice, relaxing.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Did a lot of adulting, which was good. Bought a lot of stuff for my apartment. Good. It's expensive, but it was good. Went to the grocery store. Food to cook. Doing a bunch of meal prepping going forward, so I don't buy as much food out all the time. Gonna be good.
Good.
It also lets me cook healthier meals.
Gotta say, it keeps you from
Like
all the
crud.
rich crap.
Yeah. sushi. Which, well, I never
Where'd you go for
realized.
sushi?
Grocery store.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is actually not too bad. I got some again today when I went to Safeway.
Uh-oh. Been nice knowing Jordan.
I haven't had a lot of problems with grocery stores nowadays. Back in the day, they make everything more fresh now. Especially if you get it during lunchtime when they're like still restocking stuff. If it's been sitting out for a few hours. Yeah, gas station sushi, super sus.
I don't know why it's any different than grocery store sushi.
Because the
Ain't no
grocery
sushi
stores,
chef at the grocery store.
they got chefs making it. I don't know if you could classify them as like a traditional sushi chef, but they are people making sushi with fresh ingredients.
So are the people that work and do the gas station stuff. They are people making sushi.
Don't they usually get that stuff shipped in?
Well, somebody made it. It didn't just grow on a tree.
Yeah. But that stuff has been frozen, unfrozen, or refrigerated. I don't know. You have to remember, gas stations where I'm from are not as good as the gas stations around here.
Back east. Wawa.
Yep. We had the poopy gas station. Yeah, Omicron. The fries is where I got it yesterday. Whew. And warm today.
It is very warm.
Oof.
This is where you wish we streamed in the morning when the sun wasn't on this side of the building.
Yeah, right? Seriously.
The way our building, the front of our building faces west. And so it makes it rough because the stream is on that side of the building. The studio is right there in the thick of it. And this side of the building catches the heat late in the day. A little rough. A little rough.
This guy's got what's on? Got surgery.
Melting at work watching this stream. We're melting at stream watching you work.
Yep. We are also melting. We can all melt together.
Just keep adding a little bit of pale yellow into my color as I move along. Pretty easy.
Doing some freehand yellow on these guys. Pretty cool. So after the swords, what all else do you have left on that guy?
All the other stuff? missiles, hoses, battle damage. Everybody's asking me to do some weathering, please, for the love of God. People are like, please don't leave him shiny.
You should leave him shiny.
I should leave him shiny. That was my feeling. Just to spite him.
Yep.
Suckers.
Yes, sir. That's the plan. Just to give him a good old spiting.
It's wording a little difficult there.
Well, wording is always difficult over here. Wording is always. Nope. 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 Don't eat the paint.
Don't eat the paint. He said, why you say no? What we do. We take care of you when we know you can't take care of you. We are not the heroes you wanted. We are the heroes you need.
Yep. May not even be heroes you deserve. But we are heroes nonetheless.
Definitely don't deserve us. Creepy says, brats for lunch, he says. Also, don't eat the children.
Yeah, I can definitely strongly recommend against that.
Mike says, I didn't ever even think about eating paint until you told me not to. Now it's all I can think about doing. Marketing. Wait.
No.
Wait.
No. Don't
mark this day down in your calendars, folks. The day that Monument Hobbies went out of business. Because we said don't eat the paint, everybody started eating paint. Don't eat the Tide Pods. Sued on Instagram. Holy, too much hair.
Holy, too much hair? You gonna get it all chopped off?
Astral said, we don't deserve you. Oh. But the tops that come on them, you're saying I'm not supposed to put them on a hot dog? I knew the mustard top was a bad idea, Jordan.
I thought you said it was a great idea.
Well, it's all good until they buy pyro red or golden yellow. Coal black tastes awful, but transparent blue is the good stuff. I don't want to hear any of this. I literally don't want to hear it. We put donkey butt flavoring in all of our paints. God's honest truth. Donkey butt. So what does that say about you if you like the taste of our paints? Jade equals wasabi.
You guys are
wasabi.
Full of nonsense.
Apparently we like donkey butt. Glaze wash medium is peak flavor. Oh my god. Creepy nailed it. Is that what unicorn poop is? Unicorn poop is fine though? Don't eat the soap. Don't eat the paint. This whole ad campaign is don't eat the knife.
Don't chomp on the knife.
Don't eat the knife. Sharp knife is sharp. Come on, chat.
You know better than this, chat.
Shouldn't even have to have these conversations.
No, we should not.
But here we are.
We genuinely should not be needing to have conversations.
But here we be.
Of our own creation.
Here we be,
this
chat.
Is us.
Here.
I think this is our fault, Jason.
We be. This is our fault?
No.
What?
We facilitated this.
Can I go to jail?
Hi. We have a visitor.
Ugh.
Oh, don't talk about my army. It's super secret.
It's super secret.
Can't know. Jacob also knows about it.
What? Oh, so I'm not special? You just share this with everybody?
Well, you are the only two that know. Actually, I texted you about it last night, but you never responded because you suck. Oh, he goes, oh, oops. Forgot that one. That's a great question.
And on today's episode of Life with Jacob, he ignores you once again.
Yep. Hey, Jacob, where'd the response go? Okay, no, wait. Jacob, no loves. No, it's okay. I see where you stand.
You ignored him again, Jacob.
Yep.
See?
Yep. Yep. Thank goodness you're not mic'd. Or, well, maybe that's a shame.
Welcome to Jacob's Food ASMR.
Brought to you by...
Don't eat the paint.
Oh, man, that's funny. Is it weird that I'm really excited for my rice cooker to arrive on Wednesday?
Not at all.
Oh, what a delightful note of sarcasm in your voice.
I feel like all you really had to do was announce your birthday or something. You get a rice cooker. Isn't that like the gift that you always get? Doesn't everybody have like 10
those
of
are
them?
air fryers. Those are air fryers.
Oh, is it turned to the air fryer now?
Yeah.
It used to be like a rice cooker.
I ain't buying you the same one that I bought.
I know what
that's for
I'm
sure.
getting for Jacob. Easiest gift ever. I'm going to get him a rice cooker every year till he dies. There was a point in my life where I got a rice cooker for birthday and Christmas every year for like 5 years.
Really?
Oh my God. I just kept shoving them in closets until I had to move. And I was like, oh, what the heck? How does one person have like 8 rice cookers? I've never even used one of them.
I got a nice rice. There you go. Logic. As applied by Jacob.
That's bad logic. Just go out there and say it.
Best be careful, Jacob. The logic police. Yep, that's what I got, Mike. Yeah, it's a Zojirushi.
Am I supposed to paint something special tomorrow?
No. I just thought it would be fun to like unveil the. You know how I've been like talking a lot about trying to figure out what 40k army to play.
Yeah.
I thought it would be a fun thing to start the project on that day.
Okay.
I'm
making sure.
Yeah,
I have not prepped anything.
No. I thought it would be the perfect time, so I was like, I'm just gonna do this. But I figured since we're going for a longer stream, much longer stream. I might as well have something that I can work on for a long time and be super excited about. So
very cool. I like hobby excitement.
Yeah.
Other people's excitement gets me excited.
Let me tell you about how excited I am. Not gonna do non-metallic on it.
Yeah, you are. He
No,
says it, chap, but he's
no.
going to do it.
The project I want to get done. I briefly considered like trying it out to see how long it would take me, and then I was like, let's not. Let's not do that. All right. Base coat for yellow done. Guy number 1. He's basically ready. On to guy number 2. Rancid Vomit, you are very excited. It is very exciting.
Just to spice up the dark side of the blade, I'm doing these perpendicular lines to the edge that will be the reflection of the gold bands. Because remember, we'll go back and do these bands in the same gold we've done the hilt and everything. And so that gold band will reflect upwards into that dark spot because that'll be the bright edge of the band. So I have to kind of have that forethought to do that now in order to make it work.
Trade my
I'll do it for real.
You won't.
Come on.
Oh, I have to lose.
Nothing.
I have to gain.
You have a lot to gain. Come on. Be good.
Now you're gonna do.
Gosh darn it. See, now you're like, now you're gonna do it. The second you said that, I should have not done it.
I knew you were gonna do the third one.
Oh, this is gonna be easy for me to stay hydrated today. Holy Toledo. I'm sucking down water today.
Should have taken that right turn at Albuquerque.
Albuquerque. Never been to Albuquerque.
Well, there you go. Bucket list item.
Yeah? Yeah? You're really selling me on the Albuquerque train here.
There you go. One for the bucket list, Giordano.
I'm not sure that should go on the bucket list.
Albuquerque's actually a really cool city. It has a lot of neat stuff. It's got surrounded by the mountain range and all that. It is kind of also a hellhole, but it's got a lot of nice stuff. A lot of really good restaurants.
So it's a nice hellhole. To be honest, I'm not sure that New Mexico.
I think that makes you and everybody that lives in New Mexico. That's rude. They had
That's rude.
They had that's very rude. They had a big boon. I had a buddy who worked in the film industry, and they had a big boon of like film companies going out and making a lot of movies there.
I mean, Breaking Bad.
Oh,
I don't know if it was filmed in New Mexico, but it took place in New Mexico. Considering how much of that architecture, I'm sure, is reminiscent of that area.
as far as how it looks a lot like here.
In New Mexico?
Yeah, desert stucco.
Yep. Making sure that all this freehand is consistent on these guys. I want to do the kneecaps backwards on accident. Me upset. Finicky boy. How was your weekend, Jacob? Back at it on a Monday. Back to work.
Yeah, the weirdest work week ever when we have to like be here Monday, gone Tuesday, back Wednesday. I hate Tuesday holidays.
Yeah, it was weird. I walked in and there was like nobody here. I was just like, huh, this is weird.
Literally.
Well, it was you and
I was here before any of you people. I don't know what you're talking about. Low-level grunts, he says. He's talking about the low-level grunts. Yeah, because generally Phil's here before anybody. Filbert. Dildo.
He actually showed up. He like came in for a little bit.
Who did?
Phil.
He was here?
Yeah, he came in to grab his Switch.
Oh.
And promptly didn't say hi to you, apparently.
Nobody says hi to the boss. Doesn't even cross people's mind to say hi to me.
Well, every time I do, you get angry and tell me to leave.
Do I? That's a lie.
No, I'm joking. Well, except for the times when you do it in jest. You're like, I can't take your optimism right now, get the heck out of my office.
That does happen.
Yes, yeah. No, you do not throw me out unless you're like busy. And even then you don't throw. But I still want to come say hello. I'll start coming to say hello to you in the morning.
There you go. Show me the love, Baby J.
You got it. Nothing but the love from Baby J over here. Chad, are you feeling it? Are you feeling the love?
Oh, God.
It's getting hot in here. Not gonna finish that statement. Biscuits with the boss.
Oh, my God. That show.
Ted Lasso?
So good.
Oh my God, yes, the biscuits. Did you guys watch some more this weekend?
Oh, yeah, we finished season 1 and got
fantastic.
into season 2. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
It legit is the best TV show ever in the history of ever.
Yep.
Ted Lasso. So, season 1, I kind of called it. I was like, they will, and I don't know, so don't tell me if I'm right or wrong, but it seems like he set it up. They'll get sent down season 1, and season 2 come back and maybe get promoted again. And then in season 3, I would like to see them win it all. I don't know if that's too Hollywood super story, but I like where it's headed either way. Doesn't matter what happens. The show's funny.
Well, the funny thing is
the assistant coach is the funniest freaking character in the history of characters because he says like 3 words a show, but they all have so much impact. It's so hilarious.
Wait, his buddy that he brought with him.
Yeah, it's so good.
His character is so funny.
You kept telling your mom to watch it, and finally you forced her to watch just the first episode. She binged all 3 seasons in a week, and it's so good, man. Beard. Yeah, Beard.
Yeah.
Oh, Roy Kent, second best character on the show. He's amazing. Where we're at right now is after he did the first episode on the sports desk, where he was just absolutely phenomenal.
Oh.
He was phenomenal. He dropped so many F-bombs and was just so truthful in the sports show. He was like Don Cherry for soccer.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was so good.
All the rest of the pundits are just like, what is this guy doing? he's just being Roy Kent.
2 of them were laughing and the other one was apologizing for him the whole time.
Yeah.
It was so good. And it was just super trending on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. It's hilarious. Nah, it's a great show. It literally is a good, wholesome show without feeling like a what is that? Greeting card channel. You know, it doesn't feel like a
Hallmark.
Like a Hallmark show.
No.
You know, it's not.
It's too.
It's
funny.
not so vanilla, stupid, nice. You know, it still has a lot of cursing. It still has a lot of like sexual innuendo and flat out sexual references and adult themes going on. But it does it and still pulls off being one of the most wholesome shows on TV.
Yeah,
I think, and that's where it gets a big thumbs up from me because we need more of that and less of everything else that's on television.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
Much.
Humankind is going in the shitter right now, excuse my French, because everybody's forgotten what it means to. They think that morality means you have to be a Quaker, right? And it doesn't. You can still be cool, right? You just have to also know where to draw the line, and that show does it very, very well.
Well, I think one of the things about media these days is a lot of the media that people make nowadays is all drama, it's all action, it's all this stuff. Very, very rarely do we get a show that's truly joyful. This show just has so much of that in it.
Yeah, it's just great. I love it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, the actor for Roy Kent is actually one of the writers too.
Oh, I had no idea.
He's just so perfect. So many of them are just so perfect.
So
Sam, perfect. All of us. I mean, we don't get a lot of soccer. My only and it crops up because as a hockey player and having been involved in sports my whole life, it's really rough for me to watch shows like this where the action is so horribly done. The soccer game action needed to have had real footballers at some point, especially the goaltenders. The problem when they take a shot on goal and the goalies are so bad. I don't play English rules football.
Yeah.
Never have. Maybe when I was like 6, right? But it is so bad. The action shots are so bad. You can tell it's not just slow-mo of fast motion. It's just moving slow.
Yeah.
And it's like they needed to have had a crew that could get some action that felt better because there's so many impactful moments that come and they lose a little bit of oomph because the action's so bad.
Yeah.
Right? You can tell that none of those actors, well, and I don't know this, some of the actors may be footballers, but, you know, it's like when you have some of those things, it's like sometimes you put, like, athletes with non-speaking roles so they can be on the camera and show you that it's real.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they did that, they did a real poor job on the production because it, like, when they're actually filming soccer, it's the reason why I don't watch soccer because it's horrible.
Yeah.
You know, it's like every time Ted says anything about tea, that's the way I feel about the way they film the soccer. Horrible. Nope. That's pass. Lifelong problem I have with this. This leaf water.
This leaf water. I love in the first episode when she offers him tea and he takes it and he drinks it and he just like spits it out.
Yeah. He goes, it's like Tom Hanks in Big when he does the little bitty corn on the cup. He's wiping it off his tongue. Oh, it's so good, though. Because that's so me. I would be like, nope, not having it. I don't mind tea, but I think it's funny.
It was funny.
Walking harder. I've already taken all my clothes off. Is Bubba Wallace the most NASCAR name ever? Yes.
So you like Roy Kent now? His character never stops getting better.
Oh, he's great.
Throughout
Every
the
show, he's
entire
sitting there
show.
racking up a tab with his niece. And
Oh,
she leans over at the end of it, and she goes, what are we up to now? 1,276 pounds. And I thought he was going to say, well, let's make it an even 80 and just rattle off some curse words, but he didn't. But it was just great because he just kind of looked over and was like, I love that he just accepts who the character is, and he is just he can be like a complete bastage, but he knows inside he means well, and so he doesn't lead it. Because like when he had one of the best out of nowhere comments after they went on the date with the owner of the team, the double date, and her date was so mediocre, and he just let her have it. He was like, "What in the world are you doing, settling for mediocre?" He basically was like, have you seen yourself in the mirror? You should not settle for mediocre. You're worth way more than that. And she was blown away because he did it in his Roy Kent way. He was like, cursing the whole time. I was like, dude, I would drink pints with this man. We would be very good friends, he and I. Yeah, he's great. But the whole show's great. I've been watching that, and I've been watching obviously the Silo, and I started Foundation.
Oh, okay.
I shouldn't have started Foundation because I started it at like 10:30 one night, and it was a little long. It ran till like nearly midnight, and I was falling asleep on the couch. Yeah. So I probably need to go back and quick browse through the first episode or watch something about it. I know the story from way back, but I have not read the Foundation series in forever. Yeah. I liked it though. It felt it's weird in the sense that I have a problem with stuff that is dark and dreary, but really clean, and it tried a kind of a fine line there, like Dune treads that line between dark and dreary space, stuff gets beat up, and all that, and very high polished royalty in space kind of thing. Right. Dune did it really well, in the original movie and in the new movie too. I think they did it really well. And this movie I think is doing it okay. It was like when I tried to watch Wheel of Time, everybody was too clean. Yeah. It needed to be some sort of dark and dreary, not like depressing dark and dreary, because I don't think the story is there. But I think so far it's working pretty well. The Silo does it pretty well too. It should be more dark and dreary in the Silo the way the books go, but I get why they don't do it for TV. Because if you shot it like it was supposed to be in the books, it's kind of like living in a cave. Yeah. Like it really is like, dingy and like the power's not stable there to really drive home the importance of the generator. Constant in the constant background of the Silo is the lights dimming and breathing. And I know they can't do that on film because that would just drive people bananas with the strobing. Not strobing, but with the
flickering.
Not even really flickering, just the pulsing that happens when a sine wave. If you know anything about electricity, when there's a sine wave that's not correct, when you're generating electricity, it goes through a light bulb, the light breathes, right? Yeah, like the amplitude of the sine wave goes up and down because the generator's not putting constant power out. Yeah. And so that was kind of the feeling, is that the Silo was alive the whole time in the book. And so it generated such a really visceral feeling feeling and vision in my head when I was reading it. Yeah. So I miss out on a little bit of that, but it pulls it together very, very well. And the actors are really good. I think that, unfortunately, the female sheriff character that they've got going in there, she's a little too quirky on the shy side when she was a bullet in the book. She does not put up with any guff. She has really great sparks of that in the TV show, but her character seems very, very like if you touch her, she'd break. Interesting. Almost. So,
which is a weird.
And how much of it have you watched?
You're probably further than I am. So I got to the point.
Have you seen the generator reset?
So I got to the point where she tries to go down into the lake and can't, and then she climbs back up. Like episode 3.
I think. Well, you would know if you've seen them shut the generator off.
The thing is,
it's like literally the biggest thing of one whole episode.
Then no.
Okay.
Unless I was.
When you get to the episode, is anybody else out there watching Silo? Yeah, that was the part where she goes down to the water. I think is after the sheriff goes down. They find her.
Yes.
They tell her about her dead friend. They see the corpse and all that stuff, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Is anybody else watching Silo? If you know anything, or if you have not, if you've watched the generator episode where they shut the generator down, there is a blip in there. Take it easy, man. There's a blip in there that you need to go back and watch if you didn't catch it, of the people huddled in the cafeteria, at the top level cafeteria, and what happens to the video screen when they shut the generator off. Because that gives you insight to the whole book. It is the most important half a millisecond that you have seen yet in the series. So be ready for it when you see it.
Okay.
Just be ready for it.
My assumption is in the book it's probably made more apparent than it is in the.
Well, no, because in the book with words, they have to go into more detail about it. They can't just sneak it into a sentence.
That's
because it's not how books work.
Yeah.
Right. So it goes into more detail about it and exposes it, which was what made the little blip in the show so freaking poignant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of my
Mike, you caught it?
Point.
So good. The way they did that was chef's kiss. I was like, all right, I'm hooked. This show can do no wrong now. Because they nailed it. I was like, how are they going to do all these parts that in the book you can write paragraphs about to get the nuance delivered over of how subtle it was, right? It's almost like you can go on a long expose to make things seem so little in a book. Because that's how words work.
Yeah.
But when you have video with no words, because there's no words spoken, right? It's just a visual Easter egg that throws the whole thing on its head for you and answers so many questions that, don't. And I was amazed they did it. I didn't think they were going to do it because I was wondering how they were going to get some of this stuff across, because that's a big crux of the book, and yet they nailed it. It was so good. So good.
All right, well, I'm going to go home, and I'm going to watch that show tonight while I assemble a whole bunch of models.
Oh, it's so good. Arctic, take it easy, by the way.
The Arctic. It is still amazing to me how good Apple TV is with their shows. I go through my head and all of these shows that I really enjoy, and all of them are just bangers.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso, Silo's fantastic.
The ones they have out there, they're reminiscent of HBO in its heyday right now. Yeah. They have shows I would not watch.
Sure.
I've gone through there and I've looked at a bunch of stuff and I'm like, whatever. But I will tell you that because of these 3 shows and how well they've gone so far, and the other one you've told me about that I plan to start watching, but I can't. My old adult brain can't handle that many themes all at once.
Yeah.
And I chose Foundation over it because I just wanted to see the sci-fi effect. Which, by the way, the effects in Foundation, the way they pulled some of that stuff off, are amazing. Like for TV sci-fi, I'm always worried. But like when they cut the Sky Bridge. The tube.
Oh, yeah.
Holy hell. Because I remembered in the books immediately as it was coming down, I was like, ooh, that was
That's
awesome.
going to be a problem. Yeah.
That was awesome. Because it was always hard to visualize the way the world had a skin over it that created a false day underneath for the people that lived in the bottom.
Yep.
And while they didn't do a great job of showing that, when it fell, it made it all make sense.
Yeah.
Because he said it went like 50 levels deep or something into the underneath. So it was really cool. So that was fun. But... yeah, but it makes me want to go searching for more stuff on Apple Plus, as opposed to all these other shows that I'm watching that are like mediocre that make me never want to log into Amazon again.
Yeah, For All Mankind, amazing. C is interesting, but it's another Jason Momoa show.
Won't do it because of him.
Yeah,
I know it's petty, but I just
no. It is another.
It's
Jason
funny because
Momoa
he's
show.
good friends with a friend of mine, and I would think, knowing this person, but it's a totally different relationship that they have. Yeah. But I'm like, nope. No. Nope.
Weird. But I also was told that the show with Harrison Ford in it is supposedly very good. It's like,
that's the one that's a Yellowstone.
No. It's him as like a therapist or something.
Oh, okay. I know. I think he's in one of the Yellowstone.
Is he in Yellowstone? That's a great show.
No, he's in one of the ones from the the 18 or 1600s one or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I forget the name of it. It's like a play on the name has to do with like it's like a play on therapy. And my buddy specifically told me you should watch it if because I was talking about how I enjoyed the ending of Ted Lasso. He was like, you should watch this show, which is also on Apple TV. And he said it is very similar to Shrinking. That's what it's called. It's very similar to Ted Lasso in a lot of ways. And he said that it is that it was good. So I'm probably check that out at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
It's hard for me to believe that a show could be like Ted Lasso, but it is also apparently made by the same. It's done by the same people.
Well, that could lead you to good places.
Yeah, right. So I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that it was done by the same people, so maybe I will actually check it out. Well, I am very, very pleased that you have been really enjoying your experiences on Apple TV Plus so far.
Yeah, I have not. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I have not enjoyed watching television this much in forever. Like, I
That's
generally
good.
will never, I think Jen would probably tell it better, because since she's been with me for 8 years, and she's never seen me watch TV like this.
Yeah.
Where it's like, she goes to bed, and I'm like, leave it on. I got my shows. And I'm all like, oh, they're so good. And
Well-
we sit and watch Ted Lasso, and,
Is she liking Ted Lasso as well?
oh, she loves it.
Awesome.
Yeah, what's not to love? It's
I
tremendous.
know. It is the show that is. Oh, hold on. I don't remember if this is in the first season or not. Have you gotten to the scene in the bar with Ted where he's playing darts?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that is probably one of my favorite scenes in the entirety of the show. It's so good.
Yeah, because a curious man would have asked,
Yeah.
have you played a lot of darts, Ted? To which I would answer yes. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, no, it was perfect. You knew he was setting him up from the beginning, because he
Yeah.
just kind of willy-nilly threw darts around. I was like, I looked over at Jen, I go, he's rope-a-doping him.
Yep.
It was so good.
And Rupert is.
That guy's foul.
Yeah, he's horrible.
Foul, but it's a great character because he is so foul and he pulls it off perfectly. He's just a
Yeah.
disgusting individual.
Yep.
And I love that his own antics hopefully come back to bite him, because she was ready to tank the team to get at him, and then he became a just severe ultra douche, and now she's like okay with trying to get the team right,
Yep.
because that'll hurt him worse if she becomes the one that can
Has
champion
the
the
team.
team where he never could.
Yep.
But yeah, I think it just sets itself up so good.
That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. And the final episode ties up everything perfectly, by the way. And I'm talking about
The
from
season or the whole show
the whole
final,
show finale.
the show finale.
Wraps up every little nook and cranny of that show.
Good.
And it brings everything all the way back to the first episode.
Awesome.
Yeah, there are moments in the third. So I actually had right after I finished watching the last episode, I think the next day I like rewatched the first episode, and I went through and I was like, oh my goodness, this is a parallel. This is a parallel. All of this is little nooks and crannies that they shoved into that third episode or that final episode.
I just love
So
that
good.
it is a show that they're willing to let end.
Yes.
Write it, do it, end
Yep.
it, good. Right? That's what you have to do.
Mhm.
Stop with this nonsense where shows go forever.
Oh yeah.
That's
don't
how
need
you
to.
just ruin it. I get it. People are like, make the money while it's good. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Make the money and then go do it again.
Yeah.
Why can't you?
If you can write it once,
Everybody's
you
so
can write
afraid they
another
can
one.
only catch lightning once. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It doesn't mean you're going to do it every time. These same writers could do flops, but
they can do it once, they deserve an opportunity to do it again.
Well, they'll get it. I mean, like you said, they're already supposedly doing the Harrison Ford thing.
Yep. I thought that guy was like done acting.
He was for a while.
Apparently not.
I think after his plane crash, he really screwed himself up bad.
He had a plane crash?
Yeah, he crashed a plane.
Oh, what the
He's
heck?
a pilot, right? I think he was solo flying or flying with Freddie. They crashed a while. It's been years, but that really hurt him.
Messed him up.
Butter, you finally pulled the trigger and bought some Pro Acryl. Got tired of Scale giving you the runaround. 3 of the sets are on back order, but I did get the rest. Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you for biting it and going for it. Hope you enjoy. Let us know. The problem nowadays is shows getting milked to death and it just kills the story. Yeah, because even if you can sit down with the producers or whatever and you know you have a story that goes from A to Z and finally finishes, if you fill it with too much episodic filler to get it to go to 6 seasons when it should have been told in 2 or 3, right? You have so many more opportunities to lose people, you know? I mean, as a creative, my fear is that while you're busy trying to be creative, you get lazy and somebody else's creativity comes in between yours and your customers or your audience and they steal the show for a minute, which then makes you have to get back into that competitive zest. So being lazy doesn't translate to competitiveness very easily. You have to retrain yourself. So if you stay competitive all the time, right, then I think you do a lot better. And that's tough in like Hollywood and even in music, right? Because it's something you have to really dedicate yourself full time to. You can't have producers start thinking about the next show they're working on. They have to stay writing great stuff for the show they're on now. That's how The Sopranos feels. Some of the best television out there, but the last season just goes off the rails. I think they milked The Sopranos too much.
It was a long show. It went on like 9 seasons, 10 seasons.
But hear me out. Have you thought about the shareholders? Memory. Oh God. See the thing with having shareholders is they don't care what you're producing so long as it's doing well.
Yep.
Right? I feel like the problem is when we say, hey, we should get as much profitability out of this one thing as humanly possible before switching to another. Is in creative. I'm not talking about stereos and televisions, right? I'm not talking about physical products. Because yes, if you're manufacturing a physical product, you continue to make that physical product better and support that physical product as long as people are willing to purchase it and use it. Now in technology, that's all bets are off, right? Everybody loves iPhone 14 and there'll be a 15 and a 16 that might get worse. Who knows? But, you know, technology keeps moving at some crazy pace. But when you're creating services and content, right, I feel like you're better served to keep rotating through your content. Tell stories, be done. Tell stories, be done. Right? Happens in books too. You try to take a book series to book 18 and it's like the first 6 were great and then it went off the rails.
Yep.
You know? Walking Dead should have stopped at season 4. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, you get the lightning in the bottle and you try to keep it going. But you found out it was a lightning bug and they don't live. Right? And the shareholders are better served with continual hits than with hits and wells that go dry. Right?
I think the problem is everybody's lost their confidence in being able to produce good content.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this gives me some faith in in the whole system,
sure.
Watching these things that are relatively fresh.
Yep.
You know, obviously Foundation and Silo are visual representations of things that are known quantities and IPs that have done very well. So, you know.
But they're being reproduced.
Which I think the other one is too. I think the other thing that you're having me watch is a book.
For All Mankind?
Yeah.
Is it?
I believe so.
Oh. I wasn't aware. It's great, so I can't complain.
But that's no problem.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of great things start off as books. Or are books that people wrote that never got published that got turned into screenplays, which I think is great.
Yeah. That's wonderful to see.
HBO is killing itself now in the need for profits. They completely removed whole shows to not pay royalties after more platforms will kill off shows. No more Westworld. Westworld got so bad, right?
First season was incredible.
What's that?
The first season was incredible.
Yeah, the first and shining spots in the second, and then it lost me completely. You know, I kind of get what it was trying to do, but it lost the nuance of the WTF am I seeing happen? Because if you reveal it, now you can't do it again. It just feels same.
Yep.
Right? And so I feel like Westworld was one that should have stopped. It should have told its story, maybe had a season 2 where it brought it to the reality of it all and explained the mimicry and the matrixy stuff of the first one, tied it all together and let it end. The fact that they kept pushing it, I don't.
How many seasons?
Oh, it's gone? Like you can't watch it?
Oh, what?
Wait. What? When did that happen? Because I'm pretty sure that I just saw that you can watch Westworld on Apple Plus.
It might have been scooped up.
I know you can watch Game of Thrones on Apple Plus.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So are you sure they just didn't license it out to other people to watch? Yeah, Gosu. I think what they did is they licensed it out to other platforms to show so that they could make way for other content on their own. I don't know that it's true that you can't watch it anymore. I'm pretty sure it moved to another platform. Yeah, Google it and see, because I might be going mad too, because I'm an idiot, but I remember seeing the logo for Westworld and watching the whole series, and I was thinking about going back and giving it another shot on season 3, but I gave up. I didn't do it.
I haven't even watched season 2, to be honest.
They killed shows that didn't make it to air? Yeah. I never pretend to understand that industry.
the TV industry?
Yeah, I'll never pretend to understand Hollywood and all their nonsense.
It is crazy. It's like actually insanity. I'm excited for when we eventually get another season of the Game of Thrones prequel. That first season was really good.
Yeah, I was really liking it. I will go back and continue to watch it. Again, like I said, I wanted it to be bigger than it was.
Yeah.
More broad in its scope.
Yeah.
Because that's, I feel like, where Game of Thrones really did it well.
Yeah.
The storytelling had so much
going on.
Yeah, so many trails to lead. If you didn't like one, just hold tight. We got you.
Yeah, there's more
to this story than this one storyline. But I get it.
Yeah, the Wheel of Time show was I wanted it to be more than it was.
I know a lot of people have said that, and again, I'm a bad person to talk about it because I don't have any skin in the Wheel of Time game. I haven't ever read it. I don't care about the book. Again, it's not fantasy world that I ever went into.
Mm-hmm.
But as I looked at it, watched the season, I watched the whole thing, and I never felt myself like bummed out about having chosen to watch it.
As somebody who has read the series, there are some pretty significant deviations.
Yeah, and that's what I won't know, right? That's where I won't pick up on it. We've talked about this a lot with regards to like the Rings of Power. People that don't know Tolkien have watched it and enjoyed it, right?
Yeah.
And then, people that know Tolkien are like, "Oh, you fools." And it's like, well, that's not how that works, right? I mean, I'm one of them. I'm like, "Oh, how can you?" So you got to suck it up sometimes and understand that sometimes that's a good thing. But the Wheel of Time is probably a poor example because it's not going to make me want to go read the Wheel of Time. Mainly because I don't like Brandon Sanderson, and I know somewhere along the line it leads me to Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah, Brandon Sanderson is interesting. It started off real good. I really liked a lot of the original stuff, but I've fallen off a lot on those book series. Um, it's funny because I like a lot of his lesser, um, like stuff that he is not as well known for. I tend to prefer. It's kind of interesting. Um, I happen to really like the first book that he ever wrote,
Which is what?
Elantris.
Don't know.
It's basically about like a advanced civilization that um, people would like wake up and be imbued with like powers that would make them kind of sort of like gods. And they would move to this city, and they would become part of this people and blah blah blah. And eventually the magic goes bad, and it starts to like curse all of them and corrupt all of their bodies.
Oh,
and
you've
stuff
told me
like
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the story is about finding out what happened and all that stuff from the perspective of somebody inside a city full of people falling apart, literally.
Yeah.
And from the outside as well.
Yeah.
So.
Disney
It's a cool
removed
story.
Willow after 6 months on their service. I heard Willow got super panned.
It wasn't awesome.
I remember the original Willow movie. I couldn't tell you much about it, right? So I'm not one to speak, but I didn't give the new Willow a shot because it fell into the thinking of when they redid the dark, well, not redid, but they did the Dark Crystal stuff, and I tried to watch that because I love the Dark Crystal, and it was abysmal. So
it is pretty much that.
I couldn't give it more than a minute of my time. I was like, wow, this is bad. That's a legacy I adore. The Dark Crystal, the Never-Ending Story, all that stuff was right up my alley as a kid, young adult. My sisters were very young, and they loved it, and I loved watching it with them. Legend was in there with Tom Cruise. Lady Hawk. That was like a amazing time for fantasy in the movies.
Yeah.
Even though, a lot of the effects were garbage. Who cared back then? As a kid, it was like, holy cow, they're making movies for people like me. Nerds.
We get the nerd stuff.
Revenge of the Nerds. Tim Curry as the devil figure was amazing. Just amazeballs. But that whole movie is just epic, right? The bad guys in it, right? The makeup in it, the lighting that really made the makeup and effects, practical effects, come to life, because had they done it in like, bright lights, it wouldn't have worked. So just the whole production, the way they put it together, I think was awesome. Fun movie. Still fun to this day to watch. Legend. Very dreamy. The dancing figure in the black dress. Not ringing a bell. Where was this? Was this in the one of the witches? What was that? It was definitely the movie that I couldn't watch with my sisters all the time because it would freak them out. when they go down to hell before they meet the devil. There's an extended version that makes it darker. Not so Disney happy ending. You have my attention. Might need to check that out. Swamp Hag is what I'm thinking of.
Let's see here. Jen, at Monument Hobbies. Question from Osin Stormblessed. Is it possible to use the glaze and wash medium to create speed paints for slap chop? If so, what's the ratios of paint, medium, and water?
Yes, sir. The best place I found to start for doing things like speed paints is somewhere in the neighborhood of about 5-to-1 medium to paint. So for every drop of paint, 5 drops, 6 drops of medium. And then double that whole mixture. So now you have 6 drops. So if you do 5 drops of medium, 1 drop of paint, add 6 drops of water. Does that make sense? I say it like 5-to-1 and double that with water. See where that gets you. Every paint will act a little bit differently, right? Because bright colors may want more paint if you're doing them. Dark colors may want less. It just depends on how intense you want the color to be on the model, right? And you're underpainting and things like that. Because some bright colors, like if you do yellow and you have black and white zenithal priming going on for your value sketch, then you may want to have more paint in there because the yellow starts to green when it goes over black, kind of stuff. So, but I feel like that's a really good ratio to start with for all the paints, and then just work from there. But it works wonders. We've done quite a few models on here like that.
I've painted a bunch.
It's one of the whole things about the glaze wash medium was that I personally don't like the idea of you having to buy a whole nother line of paints to get the colors you love to paint the way you want to paint, right? So for us, it was like, well, how can we take the colors that people love and have them act like contrast or speed paints? And so that medium was it. And of course, it also does double duty so that if you ever decide that, hey, I don't paint that way as much, I really want to be able to do other things, then just subtract the water from that mixture and do the glaze, medium, and the paint. And all of a sudden now you've got instant glazes.
Perfect for filtering color over stuff, smoothing out your blends. Super versatile. Glaze and wash medium is perfection in a bottle, or magical perfection. Magical perfection. Perfect magic.
So would the glaze medium be a good way to thin down your paints for the airbrush? You can. That's a pricey way to do it. It does have the kind of ability to act like a flow improver, but it has a lot of other chemical components that, well, not a lot, but the other chemical components that are in it are meant to do other things that are not specific to airbrushing. I will mix a paint for glazing with, and I'll also run it through the airbrush. So I'll brush glaze it, and I'll put it in the airbrush to spot highlight, and it works like a champ. So can you airbrush it? Yes. Is it the thing to add to all of your paint to airbrush with them? You can. We would love you for it, but I think water is cheaper.
I think water is cheaper.
Water is a better way to go if you're just looking to thin. Now, if you want that extended dry time that you get from it, then yes, it has a little bit of a drying retarder component to it, so you can get a lot of mileage from adding a drop or two to your paints. But realize it is not a thinner for anything other than opacity. It is actually a very thick liquid. Right? Its viscosity is greater than that of our paints. So it will not make the paint runnier by adding it to it. That's why you have to add the water as well when making things like speed paint to get the paint to flow the way you want it to. So just be aware of that.
Oh gosh, Songer. The real question is, does it taste better than water? No.
Hey Songer, don't eat the paint.
Don't eat the paint?
We're literally making an ad campaign because you people won't listen.
Yep. Don't eat the paint.
Don't eat the paint.
We're serious. Don't eat the paint.
But it tastes better than water. Babe J, where do we get these people?
You've had them for years. I'm a new arrival. You tell me.
Wait. Are you saying this is my fault?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I was afraid this was going to catch up with me.
This is all you.
I was afraid there was going to be a point in time where I could no longer pawn this off on other people.
Look, a couple years down the road, you can start blaming me for stuff like this. But not now.
I had a feeling.
I'm too young.
I had a feeling this was going to be the answer, chat.
We're getting close to having this yellow done on these guys.
Player J says the new ad campaign is discriminatory against people who lick their brushes and eat the paint, is my portion that I'm reading into that, Player J, and you would be correct.
You would, in fact, be accurate.
There is some forms of discrimination that are not frowned upon. And
that is one of
the
them.
paint lickers
Yeah, we're talking
have
about
no
you,
protections.
I'll outlast your ad campaign.
I will outlast your silly ads, human.
Oh my goodness.
We're having so much fun with it. The comments and the post that we did, we changed the banner on the Facebook page preemptively to it just to make sure people wouldn't get like offended by it or something.
Because you never know.
It's today.
It's today.
And it's been brilliant. The interactions we were having before stream were hilarious.
I got to go back and read through all that because
they were hilarious. It was like 30 or 40 comments where we were snarking on people. It was so
That's
good.
Funny.
You're not my dad, but we'll call him.
Oh my gosh, I just had a fantastic idea. Oh, I'm totally going to do this as a gag.
Monument paint eaters rise up. We'll make posters with like the communist propaganda ads with fists in the air holding paintbrushes. Paint eaters unite. Rise up.
I need to find out the next time that that bold power red and golden and warm yellow are getting labeled.
Why?
Because I want to get a bottle and put ketchup and mustard in it.
Oh no, and put it on a hot dog. See, we have to be very careful because people will see that and do it. And there's no amount of what you can put on the ad that says this is ketchup and mustard. People, don't do this with your real paint. You'll get us in trouble.
Yes.
So there's only so far you can take these gags.
It would be funny though.
Since Tide ruined it for everybody.
Yep, thanks Tide Pods.
Thanks Tide Pods.
But they had the best sale numbers they had seen in a long time, though. People out there going to buy Tide Pods just to eat them. They're like, what is happening? Why are people eating Tide Pods?
I don't think it was that big a deal, but yes. No. It definitely got their name.
Yeah.
Where everybody figured that everybody was eating it. It was a handful of idiots on the internet.
Doesn't make them any less idiotic. It's a stupid thing to do. Don't eat Tide Pods. Don't eat the paint.
But in all seriousness, which one tastes the best? That's not what we're here to talk about.
Nope.
Don't try to derail us.
You really have unleashed chat onto us.
Don't try to derail this conversation, but it's khaki.
But it's khaki? You're not supposed to tell him.
Well, I'm sorry.
Jason!
Is that my outside voice?
That's a super secret secret.
A super secret secret?
Super secret secret.
As opposed to the not so super secret secrets?
That is correct. Some secrets are super duper secret.
Others
are
not.
less so.
Others are not. Songer says, wait, there's idiots on the internet? I am sad now.
Quite a few of them.
I love how Xenobond's like, they just want the flavor all to themselves.
Well, we do make it. Whatever flavor is there, we do indeed have it to ourselves.
Yellow ochre, doing the gold the same way we've done it on everything else. It's just a dark yellow green, and then yellow ochre at this point. Then we move to pale yellow. And finally, heavy warm white.
You're starting to break into the heavy warm white.
I've been using it on all these golds. That's where I've been testing the color out. Get a feel for it. Starting with like the Death Knight and all that.
I think if there are any of the new colors that I would want to use on my project for tomorrow. Maybe the oxide?
Green oxide?
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, we got to mix up that little bit of the not oil wash.
Oh, yes. That was one of the things I was going to do over my weekend that I decided I was going to be lazy and not do. So, there you go.
Well.
Yards, Tony says, mahogany tastes like dark chocolate and cherries if that's your jam. Oh.
Nope. No.
It does not.
No, it does not.
It tastes like donkey butt, just like all the other flavors. I mean, colors.
Well, if mahogany tastes like donkey butt, can you explain to me?
Somebody's like, so donkey butt tastes like dark chocolate and cherries?
Can you explain to me the flavor profile of wizard's butt?
So there are some things that are not made to be said on the internet. That is one of them.
Wizard's butt.
Now pale yellow enters the scene.
Oh, that sword's looking good. Songer, non-oil wash, oil wash. So my thoughts on oil paints is the benefit is the working time and the ability to use mineral spirits like an eraser. So I'm very interested to see your method. Well, we're going to look at it tomorrow. One of the things that we're doing tomorrow is I'm going to... this is part of the reason why I'm painting these guys up, because these guys are going to get a healthy dose of the not oil wash, oil wash. Healthy dose. Which I think will look real good on these guys. Get all up in the nooks and crannies of that white armor. We're going to play around with it a little bit tomorrow. And then we have the super secret project. Which is Baby J's new 40k army.
Baby J plays 40k.
Baby J plays 40k.
Unpossible.
Unpossible.
Songer, the working time is the same thing. You're basically saying the same thing twice, right? So the ability to use mineral spirits to take them off is simply because of their working time. The oil paints never dry, right? They never cure. So technically, you can do stuff with them years later, depending on the paint you use in the beginning. That becomes harder and harder and harder as the oil sets up, but nothing really ever cures completely with them. So yeah, you've nailed it, right? That's the big benefit there. Is the work time, being able to go in, put the paint on there, wait till it feels, I mean, heck, you can wait till it feels dry to your touch almost, and then go remove it all. What we've done is create an acrylic that works very similar. Obviously, not exactly the same, because it is a water-based product, but in a very similar manner where you can load it onto the surface. I went just balls out, freaking hammered the surface with it on a Terminator, and then went back with a makeup sponge and removed it all. At the same time, I don't have to wait for it to cure because it's acrylics, which gives me a little bit of benefit over the oils, and that the way that I can manhandle it early on allows me to adjust stuff for placement and such, but not a huge difference. With the acrylic, you will want to get it right, you know. You don't have a lot of redos. You don't get a mulligan like you do with oil paint, so it is different. There we go. Swads.
Wads. Ooh, those look great. Those look really good.
A little bit of jade, so it pulled a little bit of yellowy, greenish tones away from, you know, the steel on everything else. But still,
yeah, they just pull
white
out
metal,
enough.
you know.
Just enough to make it read like its own thing.
Pour some nice ivory in your morning coffee to sweeten it. You bastage. Wad tomato.
Wad tomato. Someone call you? Yes, Wad. You've been called. The Wad tomato in. How's it going, Wad? Did you have a good weekend?
Walking harder. You should make an ad where you're tasting the paints like fine wine tasting. You are not the first person to say that in the last week, actually.
Oh, man.
my next step involves airbrushing, so I don't know that it's time for that right now.
Got a little bit of time left in stream, but not necessarily enough to airbrush.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have like airbrushing time.
Well, I did refill the water bottles, so if you want to, you can. If you're feeling like it, the power is before you.
I can't run long is the problem.
You have a meeting?
Yeah, well, no, I don't have a meeting. I have a meeting with my PC. I got to do a bunch of crap before the stream tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I gotta... Can't stream late. Can't do it.
Can't do it.
I can't do it. I saw somebody do all of the blood droplets on their red blood angels in a deeper burgundy / purple.
Ooh.
So I'm really stoked to maybe
cool.
try that. Right? Because obviously just doing them in red didn't make a whole lot of sense. That's one of the things I fought with on Dante is I'm like, I'm just not happy with red droplets on these guys. I can't remember.
Plum.
I didn't really. I used a lot of the dark burgundy and the plum on the Terminator, but he's only got like the small ones. And again, they're just really red. So I'm thinking that more purple make them stand out, make them look like something. You know, I don't want to say special because they're not. They're just logos, but you get my drift.
Yeah.
Something that stands out as an iconic part of the model as opposed to just more red.
Yep. I mean, that makes sense to me.
But still have, you know, a sense of, you know, blood drop, bloody tear.
Pour one out for Sanguinius. Poor guy.
Here I am.
Got beat up by his
you
brother.
like a bolognese.
Whoa.
That was brought to you, sponsored by Wad Tomato Inn. He wrote that track. I just delivered.
All right. Can I get a return address?
No. Oh, that works. You can't return greatness just because you feel bad you didn't create it on your own.
Whoa, that's whoa.
Whoa, that's whoa.
This is greatness is a strong term to use.
It's a strong term to use. I'm wondering what language you're speaking right now.
Yeah, because I don't think we're speaking the same one. One down. One of the mans is down. Oh, this is blurry. What tomato? I mean, if Baby J wants my address, he has the ability to get it.
He doesn't, actually.
No.
We don't give him that.
Yeah.
Well,
actually, I might.
He might, now that I think about it.
I think I actually
He does do some customer service handling, so he may, actually. So that, I don't know if that makes you feel safer or less safe.
I promise I won't abuse it.
I'll apologize ahead of time that Baby J has access to everyone's addresses. we just lost half our community.
I'm out. Baby J's got my address. I'm out.
I'm moving.
I'm moving. We're leaving. It's done. It's over.
Be back when I got someplace else to live. Note to self: invest in P.O. Box. Only in-store pickups for Songer now.
Well, the problem is, I work here, so
Walking Harder. Well, first off, Walking Harder says he uses Shadow Flesh as salad dressing, so he's a Thousand Island guy. And then he also says that, or asks when the paint racks that are out of stock will be back in. So we are awaiting V2.0 for our hobby organization stuff to show. And then once we get a chance to go through and kind of work on the design, approve the design that we've come up with, see how it works in practice, you will probably start seeing different racks. We're discussing internally how we should handle stuff where people like yourself may already have racks and you just want to get more racks to go with the current ones, because the design is changing, right? Not for any other reason than that the old ones never really caught on as well as we wanted to from the foundation rack perspective and how you build the whole setup. Probably shame on us for not concentrating enough on showing that to people. But with the new Go Bag, we've got new concepts that kind of go along with the Go Bag Evo and that whole product family. So they needed to alter. So I know that's a long-winded way of saying I have no idea, but we kind of haven't come to a conclusion on what we're restocking and how many, because if we do, and we probably will, go ahead and restock all of the old versions and then do a last chance deal. You know, if you want to fill out your collection of those style of racks, get them, and because then they're going to go away. We're not going to support them forever. New and improved.
New and improved.
Yeah, because there'll be a lot of different ways you can use them. And a lot less SKUs. One of the problem with that is that there's like 11 different types of racks in order to get the whole system together. And like 5 of them don't ever sell very well, and we have them forever. And the other 6 sell all the freaking time. So we want to condense it down and have one system that makes sense so that there's only like 3 or 4 different things you would buy. That way it's easy for me to continue to keep them in stock more regularly. I always forget that there's like the one little Stinger mech sitting over here because I don't use him.
Just have a little mech over here.
Rancid, your entire desk is built on those racks. No problem with that. They work great. And like I said, we'll have the ability for you to do like a last chance purchase if you feel like you want to buy a rack or 2 to have to grow on to make sure you have enough for when paint lines increase and stuff like that. But it's not like you'll need them, 10 years from now to buy a new one. Yeah, we won't leave you high and dry, though, Rancid. Not our style.
Well, keep on eating that paint.
Hey, whoa.
May not have an opportunity to.
Whoa. Do not eat the paint.
Yeah, do not eat the paint, chat.
This is not what we're supposed to be telling people. Do not eat the paint.
Wait, we're not supposed to be telling people to not eat the paint?
No, we're not supposed to be telling them to eat the paint. You just said keep on eating the paint.
Did I?
Yes.
That definitely is not what I meant to say.
This is exactly what you did say, though.
Oops. That was an accident.
God.
That was a goof.
The heck with these people.
Sometimes I done goofed. I maybe
Fired.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Was that my outside voice? Everybody say bye, Baby J. We had a good run. Watch, he'll come through this door over here. No, he didn't. He came back through the same door. Thought I had it all figured out. Fooled me yet again.
Too bright in here.
It's too bright in here?
Yeah.
Why? Ooh, that gloss paint.
This is no longer Baby J. This is
New phone, who
this
this?
is Dangerous J.
Dangerous J?
Who is this man? Not your usual J.
Technically, Dangerous J sits at the other end of the building.
Jacob?
Makes soap.
Whoa. I think you just said that Jen is dangerous.
Oh, did I ever?
Jen?
Oh, did I ever?
I think Jason just said something not so nice. Wanted to let you know.
Being dangerous is not a bad thing. You don't mess with the Jen.
You don't mess with the J.
See? She knows.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. All right. I think I've done the damage I can do. I'm fairly happy with that.
Same. I think we're looking pretty good.
Holy yellow.
Holy yellow.
Those look great.
I think I missed a couple of.
Those models are pretty cool.
These?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty neat.
Yeah, the sculpt, the poses are neat. A lot of good motion to them.
Yeah.
Without having to be overly dynamic. They
Well,
don't feel like superhero stupid.
They're really well proportioned.
I like them. Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, I like them.
Which I love.
I like them.
This one in particular is really good, I think.
Yeah, I like that guy a lot. I like that one and the one that's shooting.
This one? The running gun guy?
Gosu, you're going to be here all day tomorrow. We're going to start at 10 a.m. Remember that, gang.
Yeah!
Nutrimentia, what's going on? Yeah, remember, tomorrow is our super secret, right? 10 a.m. on July 4th. 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Yes.
July 4th, so normal stream time. Well, normal stream time zone, not normal stream time. But we'll start at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and we'll go till we're done.
Yeah.
We'll go till we're done.
Yep.
We're going to do 10 to 4 is what we've committed to. We'll go till people get tired of us.
Yeah.
Which probably means we're done at 11.
Do we have lunch plans?
We're probably done like at
place?
11 a.m.
Yeah. We'll go from
10 to 10:15.
10 to 10:15.
If it's when people get tired of us.
Will
Will there
there
be cake and punch? Yes. Here. At HQ. But all the doors will also be locked.
Yep.
So I don't know how we're going to share that. 10 to 10:01 says
look,
Mikey Vengeance.
You can
bastard!
punch.
We were on the right. We were thinking kind of the same there though. Nutrimentia said you might be able to catch an hour or two. You're headed to the National Mall to watch the national fireworks for the first time. Yep. Ooh. So our goal was to be done, at least to have the normal stream window be 10 to 4, so that on the East Coast at 7 p.m. sun's starting to kind of cool off a bit, and then fireworks start later. So you should have plenty of time to do your 4th of July biz if you're over here in the U.S.
Yep.
But also have lots of time to catch up with us. And we're just going to be hanging out and having a good time. It is Monument Hobbies Rebirth Day. July 4th is our independence from those who shall not be named. As well as just a great day to hang out, have a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And we might do some giveaways. I know we're going to do some giveaways. We're going to do hourly giveaways. I have no idea what we're giving away. I'm giving away this flight stand and a model or two.
Ooh.
Maybe.
I should find a model.
Ooh, you know what we could do? We could give away a couple of the sample models of our own stuff. That might be kind of neat.
Oh, that'd be cool.
We have some. People would have to promise not to review them. They're good. They're just, Yeah. So we might do some fun stuff. We got all sorts of stuff we'll do. We'll do some paint sets.
We gotta make a list.
You know what? Tomorrow, as a finale, I'm giving away a Go Bag Evo. I've decided.
Boom!
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm going to top it all off. I'm going to give somebody a Go Bag Evo. How about that?
That's awesome.
A Go Bag Evo to anywhere in the world.
Is Jay going to be up for grabs?
How about that? Is Jay, which one? Everybody here is now named Jay. We let him know during our staff meeting last Friday.
Jen.
Jen said, "Are you paying for it?" Sounds like it.
You are now.
Sounds like it. Giving away One Wild Night with Baby J. That too.
Oh my goodness.
That too. One Wild Night with Baby J.
Goodness gracious. Y'all best be ready.
Paint. People who eat and lick the paint are not in the giveaways. You know you are.
Yep.
Don't eat the paint.
Did you just point at me?
No, I said I pointed that way. Look at this glorious hair that's all going to get cut off today. I'm of half a mind to just be like, buzz it. 3-guard go. I could have done that myself, though. I shouldn't have to pay $25 to have that done.
Go. Yeah, you can do that yourself.
You've never once tasted the yummy, yummy paint? Oh, yeah, right. That's a lot of adjectives that feel like you have. Relapse says instructions unclear.
Jen's
Paint Liquor says, I don't know anyone like that. It's literally in the instructions of the name. Paint Liquor.
Ooh, I got it. You should do a spiky mohawk.
Jen wants a mohawk. I'll have him cut a mohawk. I don't care. You want to do a mohawk for our rebirthday? I'll just walk in there and say, yo, mohawk, now, do it.
Mohawk, do it. Frosted
Mullets
tips.
are coming back into style?
Oh my gosh. No thanks.
Can I say no?
Yeah, no thanks.
Is no the proper answer?
I think no is certainly the proper answer to that.
Jen says, yes, mullets are cool. No, they're not.
Sounds like Jen has spoken.
No, they're not.
Jen
They're really not.
Wants a mullet.
If by no you mean yes, you vote Mr. Clean. No. I've razored my head once in my life as kind of a I think it was a lose a bet thing.
Uh-huh.
The razor burn is enough to convince you never to do that again.
Yeah.
Right on the back of the part where your skull hits your neck.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad back
bet
there.
that's
You're not
awful.
supposed to shave that part. It's bad. Paint Liquor does it every week. Hey, you're used to it. I ain't trying to go that route. I even got the electric shaver that had the things that moved. Now they have the ones specifically for your head. They didn't used to have that.
Oh, they have like actual head.
Yeah, so you had to use the beard one, and it doesn't
Work
conform
the same,
to
yeah.
the curves, so it would like, yeah. And it always felt weird. It's like it's smooth-ish.
Yeah.
In some directions, it's like baby's butt. In others, it's like, that's not what you want to feel.
I have a big old scar on the top of my head right here.
You feel sympathy for people who go bald naturally, but why would anyone do that willingly? Well, there's the in-between stages of bald before you get there that some people just prefer to not have to deal with, and I totally understand that, right? A buddy of mine at a very young age had his widow peak disappear into the ever-sliding forehead way back, and so he just shaved it all off. You know,
I got a big old scar.
I would do the same, right? Paint Liquor's like, I'm all or nothing. You either got hair everywhere you want it, or it's not anywhere. Got to take charge of your baldness and take a leap.
Zambi says she takes full credit for the new ad.
Zambies, you're not wrong. Oh, is she streaming right now? She said, she goes, you're not my dad. And I said, Zambies, we need to have a talk. That was my answer to her. On the post.
That's funny.
You're not my dad. I was like, we need to have a talk. Your parents need to sit down with you and me and have a talk.
We need to get this sorted.
We need to get something clear.
Yep. Nope, she's doing influencer stuff. No, you're just talking to her on Discord.
All right, gang, we're out.
Yep.
We're out. I painted swords.
We got stuff to do.
I painted two swords.
I painted man's in armor.
I think that's literally all I did, right?
Yellow.
I feel like that's all I did in 2 hours. In 2 hours, I painted 2 sword blades. You can do it a lot faster because you're smarter than me. So. But the real thing for today's stream is to tell you about tomorrow's stream, like we have been these last couple of minutes. We will be on at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We'll be having a lot of fun. Baby J and I, assorted guests as they would like to come. We will make the offer open to everybody that works here, so you might get assaulted by other members of the stream. We have, I'm going to set up another camera, and we have microphones for the chairs that we'll figure out somehow to make work. Not sure how we'll do that. We'll figure something out.
That sounds like an after stream problem.
I feel like we can figure it out. We can get a table and clamp them to that table over there, and they'd probably be sturdy enough. We'll make it happen. We have the tools.
Stands,
we don't have all the tools, huh?
We have mic stands though, right?
No, do we?
They're literally right there.
Those go on the wall. They're meant to clamp to tables. because they have a wall bracket that screws into that wall over there, so that you can just kind of swing it around from the wall and then swing it back against the wall, so they don't take up floor space.
Oh, perfect.
Right. So you can recline the chair, get all comfy. You can be like staring at the ceiling, microphone.
That sounds great.
Be like, swing the mic around and just chat about nerd stuff in the comfy chairs. There you go. Got to be here to watch. Got to be here to win. If you are as always, when we do giveaways, you got to be in chat and say, I am here, and do all the stuff. No bot winning. Zambies! I'm here to lick paint. Don't eat the paint.
Don't. Zambies? We haven't known each other for very long. But I'm here to remind you and to request from you that you don't eat the paint. It's not very good. It's not great. I do what I want.
Zambies, this is not a face of anger. This is a face of great disappointment. Real Life says, still I feel I'm missing something. Hey, go on Facebook, and you won't be missing anything anymore. Pro Acryl tastes like snozberries. That's disappointed dad face right there. It is, Mikey. All right, so we're out of here. Thanks for hanging out, watching some paint dry with us. We're almost getting, we're getting closer on our wonderful Dreadnought. And some fantastic work on the Stormtroopers.
Yep.
Wad says, oh, so you are my dad. So there's a lot of people who need to have a sit down with us. We've got a counselor on call. Back from the touring days. So we are out of here. Thanks for hanging out, watching some paint dry. We will be back again tomorrow. Remember, our Rebirth Day and Independence Day stream starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning and goes until you guys are tired of us.
Yep.
We'll be doing giveaways, having a lot of fun. We'll figure out how to do lunch. I didn't miss that question. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
we'll have some unsuspecting delivery person bring us lunch and be on stream.
God.
We will force the delivery person to be on our live stream. I actually think that would be really, really cool if we could make it happen.
That would be hilarious.
Right. So we will make it happen. So anyway, have a wonderful evening. Stick around. We're going to find somebody to raid. Remember to go check out the store, check out the Discord, do all the things. Hit the follow button if you haven't already, and we will be back tomorrow. Adios. We love your faces. Bye.
See you.